Hello, my name is Dr. Michael Fitzgerald and I am the Chief Investigator for the Astronomy Education Project, Our Solar Siblings. The project is run in combination with Professor David McKinnon, Director of the Edith Cowan Institute for Educational Research in Western Australia, and Dr. Lena Denea, Lecturer in the School of Teacher Education at Charles Sturt University in New South Wales. Our project is primarily focused at years 9 and 10, but has extensions for years 11 and 12, and can be limited in scope for years 7 and 8. Our Solar Siblings is an astronomical curriculum replacement or enhancement project that enables teachers to bypass excessive amounts of preparation and allows them to undertake investigative science directly in the classroom. We focus on how we can get the students to gain a strong appreciation of this cosmos and science through their school experience. Our approach is to make sure that we provide you a set of ever-improving inquiry-based curriculum materials combined with the access to a variety of research-grade astronomy telescopes at various observatories around the world. Most essential is that these materials can be taken realistically into the everyday classroom with the least stress possible. The materials themselves come in a large multi-gigabyte distribution containing everything you could possibly need. There are 5 main folders. 2 of them are supporting folders. One supporting folder contains various software that you may need in your classroom for both Windows and Mac. There are only 2 real core pieces of software for this project, and that is GIMP, which is an image processing software similar to Photoshop, and Macali, a customized software enabling the manipulation and examination of astronomical images. The other supporting folder contains relevant research that we have published if you would like to know more broadly what we have been doing and designing in the project. It is not at all necessary to read any of them, but they are there for your interest. The 3 remaining folders contain the curriculum materials to be used in class through 3 projects. The 3 projects form a linear sequence. The first project, Telescopes, the Night Sky and the Cosmos, introduce students to what a telescope is, what the night sky looks like, what kind of pretty objects there are to see, and finally to pick an astronomical object of their interest to observe with the telescopes in class. The second project, Understanding the Universe Through Color, allows students to explore and create astronomical color images by combining the blue, green and red images that they receive from the telescope. There are practice images provided, but it is intended that the students will be forming a color image from the one they have acquired from an actual telescope. This may be all you would like to attempt on your first run through in class with the materials. This experience, however, also provides some scaffolding in image manipulation to support the more deeper exploration in the third project that you may like to slowly layer on as you become more comfortable with the material. The third project, Uncovering the Nature and Lives of Stars, takes the students from the broad scaffolding created in the first 2 projects to focus in on the core content area of Our Solar Siblings, stars. Students cooperatively create from scratch from the original images color magnitude diagrams, also known as Hertzsprung-Russell diagrams, of stellar clusters. From this starting point, students can briefly run through a very qualitative interpretation from stars, their evolution and their relationship to the cosmos over the course of a few class periods, or they can go into a great quantitative and qualitative depth utilizing the telescopes over many weeks to months, internal or external to their class. At the very peak, students have gone to such lengths to be co-authors on scientific publications about such clusters, supported by us external to the in-class assessment. Preparation time is one of our key concerns. We know that time is a scarce and precious resource for teachers, so anything we can do to minimize this preparation is key. So we have tried to do as much of the prep work for you as possible. In terms of the actual materials, each folder contains a variety of things. Primarily, it contains the teacher manual, which is the document file in the folder. In this document, we briefly outline the approach taken with an abstract. We outline the software required and what prerequisites we feel students should have. In the organizational issues section, teachers who have gone before you are communicating to you what they feel a teacher encountering this for the first time should do. This is followed by a little bit more detail about what can be done and what is in the folder. The materials are broken up into classes, which are coherent sets of activities or approaches that work on a certain theme. In this color imaging class, for example, the first class is an introduction to the color imaging process. The support materials for the class are hyperlinked in the Word document. In this case, there is a 6-minute movie featuring David Malin explaining the astronomical color imaging process. PowerPoint slides are also provided for you if you so desire to have a class discussion about various aspects. You can edit and remove these slides as you will. And we do lean towards providing a little too much rather than not provide enough, so that you can trim it down to what you desire. We always provide worksheets ready to print and go. For the first class, there is a simple optional worksheet for students to explore the theory behind astronomical imaging. For some activities, there are a variety of different worksheets. The visual guide is very pictorial, while the normal guide is very text-heavy. The process is the same, but the visual guide is suitable for some classrooms, while the normal guide is suitable for others. At times, for some complex activities on the computer, we do provide short instructional videos on how to undertake the process for you and, if necessary, your students who are viewing. In general, the teacher manual will take you through the process of each project. For example, the color imaging project involves Class 1, where they are introduced to the color image, Class 2, where they will construct their color image, Class 3, where they will compare their color image to each other's and those online, and an optional Class 4, where they will deal in more detail with astronomical color for the examination of galaxy images. For any questions about the content, how it works in the classroom, how to book telescope time, or any other queries, the best approach is to email us and we will get in contact with you. We also would love to hear any feedback about the project, why it may or may not appeal to you, or why it may not work in your school context. We are very happy to organise teacher training and support, as well as come into the class and teach with you if you so desire. In fact, that is where, in our experience, the richest feedback and improvement in the project comes from. We hope that you will find our Solar Siblings useful as a resource for your classroom teaching, as well as a possible vehicle to inspire your students about science, life, and the cosmos.